Imagine a land where gods walked among mortals, and pharaohs wielded the power of life and death. This is ancient Egypt, a civilization that thrived for over 3,000 years, rising from the banks of the Nile River like a miracle born from the desert sands. But Egypt wasn't always a land of vast temples and towering pyramids. Long before it became an empire, it was a world of scattered city-states, each flourishing in the shadows of the Nile. These small kingdoms, divided into two lands, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north, were bound by the river's flow, yet constantly struggled for dominance and unity. Today, these ancient secrets continue to fascinate us. From the shimmering waters of the Nile to the eternal sands of the Sahara, Egypt remains a land of wonders, a gift of the Nile, as Herodotus once said, and a civilization that still whispers to us from the distant past. So, join us as we dive deeper into the mysteries of ancient Egypt, exploring its wonders and uncovering stories that have waited thousands of years to be told, stories waiting for those who dare to listen. Imagine a land of gods and kings, where life and death were woven together by rituals and reverence, and where secrets lay buried beneath the golden sands. This is ancient Egypt, a civilization that thrived for over 3,000 years, yet remains shrouded in mystery even today. But Egypt wasn't always an empire. Long before the pyramids rose, Egypt was a collection of small city-states, each ruled by powerful chieftains. These lands were divided by the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, giving rise to the two kingdoms, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. And it was along this sacred river that their stories began and their secrets took root. The rise of Egypt's kingdoms and the mystery of unification. Imagine a time over 5,000 years ago when Egypt was not the unified, majestic empire we recognize today, but a land divided. The Great Nile River carved Egypt into two distinct regions, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. These were not mere borders, but powerful, independent city-states. Each had its own rulers, chieftains, pharaohs, and high priests, each with their own divine connection, gods, and traditions. These two regions, though bound by geography, were worlds apart, with their own cultures, power struggles, and secrets. But then, around 3000 BC, something extraordinary happened. Something that would shape the future of Egypt for millennia. Two great kingdoms, once divided by the Nile's flow, were unified under one ruler. That ruler was King Narmer, a figure whose name would echo through the ages, but whose story remains shrouded in mystery. How did he accomplish this unification? Was it a peaceful merging of two cultures, or was it through bloodshed and conquest? Historians remain divided, piecing together clues from artifacts and ancient texts, but the full truth remains elusive. The most revealing clue lies in the Narmer palette, an ancient stone relic that has puzzled scholars for centuries. On this artifact, Narmer is depicted wearing the crowns of both Upper and Lower Egypt, symbolizing his dominion over both regions. He stands victorious, a conqueror, but what does this image really tell us? Is it a portrayal of a triumphant king who peacefully united his people? Or does it tell a more ominous tale, a warning to those who dared to oppose him? Some believe the Narmer palette was more than just a commemorative object. It was a message, a symbol of power meant to intimidate, to show that Narmer's rule was not to be questioned. Was this the moment when Egypt's gods and kings became intertwined in a way never seen before? Did Narmer invoke divine authority to legitimize his rule, or was he merely a man who seized the throne by force? As the relics of Narmer's time slowly reveal themselves, one thing becomes clear. His unification of Egypt was not simply a political achievement. It was the beginning of a new era, one that would birth the pharaohs, the gods, and the mysteries that have haunted Egypt for thousands of years. The pyramids, structures that defy time. From the moment the first pyramid rose from the sands, Egypt's pyramids have fascinated and confounded the world. The largest and most renowned of these, the Great Pyramid of Giza, still stands as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Its stone blocks towering over the desert like a testament to ancient ingenuity. But what was the true purpose of these colossal structures? Were they mere tombs for the pharaohs, or did they serve a deeper, more enigmatic role? Even with all of our modern technology, we still struggle to understand how the Egyptians managed to construct such an engineering marvel. How did they move these massive stones, some weighing as much as 80 tons, and place them with such precision that even today, we marvel at their perfection? Some say it was the work of thousands of skilled laborers, while others suggest that the builders harnessed knowledge we have yet to rediscover, a forgotten secret of geometry, astronomy, or even energy. And yet, despite decades of research, many of the methods remain elusive, shrouded in the same mystery as the pyramids themselves. In 2017, a groundbreaking discovery cast a new light on the Great Pyramid. Beneath its ancient stones, scientists uncovered a hidden void, a mysterious chamber that had been concealed for millennia. The void was detected using cutting-edge technology, but its purpose remains unknown. Could it contain treasures yet to be discovered, or is it a hidden passage leading to something even more profound? Is this void simply another aspect of the pyramid's design, or could it be the key to understanding its true purpose? But there's more to the story of the pyramids than just their construction. The legends of curses and misfortune surrounding these tombs have persisted for centuries. Tales of archaeologists and explorers who met untimely deaths upon disturbing the tombs are widespread. From the infamous curse of King Tutankhamun's tomb to rumors of a curse upon the Great Pyramid itself, these stories have captured the imagination of generations. Are these tales just superstition, or do they hint at something darker? A warning against disturbing forces beyond our understanding. Over the years, many have sought to uncover the truth behind these so-called curses. Some argue that the deaths of those who ventured too deep into the pyramids are the result of natural causes, bacteria, toxic gases, and the ravages of time. But what if the truth is far stranger? Could there be something within these ancient stones that we are not meant to understand? Could the pyramids, with their precise alignments to the stars, contain hidden forces of energy, or even the essence of the pharaohs themselves? Despite all our advancements, the Great Pyramid still guards its secrets. And as we uncover more hidden chambers and voids, the question remains, are we truly ready to understand what lies within these ancient structures, or are we simply scratching the surface of a much larger mystery? Gods, pharaohs, and secrets of the afterlife. For the ancient Egyptians, life was not an end but a passage, a journey towards eternity in the afterlife. Their gods, powerful and enigmatic, shaped every aspect of their existence. Osiris, the ruler of the underworld, promised a path to eternal life for the worthy. Ra, the sun god, whose daily journey across the sky symbolized rebirth and immortality. And Isis, the goddess of magic and healing, whose powers were said to transcend life and death itself. These gods were not just figures of myth and legend. They were forces to be reckoned with. The ancient Egyptians worshipped them with fervor, building grand temples, offering sacrifices and performing sacred rituals. These acts weren't merely symbolic. They were believed to hold the key to a safe passage to the afterlife. The ritualistic offerings and prayers were seen as essential to ensuring that the soul would be protected on its journey, and that it would be judged favorably by the gods once it reached the underworld. The Book of the Dead, one of the most important texts in Egyptian culture, was created to guide the deceased through the perilous journey to the afterlife. Filled with spells, incantations, and instructions, it provided the dead with the knowledge they needed to navigate the underworld, protect themselves from dangerous spirits, and gain favor with Osiris during the judgment process. But as we continue to study this ancient text, we begin to ask, could these spells have held more than just symbolic meaning? Some believe that the Book of the Dead contains forgotten knowledge, wisdom lost to time. Could these spells, once believed to be mere rituals, hold deeper mystical truths? In the past, many dismissed these practices as mere superstition, But recent discoveries and studies suggest that the ancient Egyptians may have understood forces we're only beginning to comprehend. Did they possess knowledge of energy, the cosmos, or even consciousness that we have long forgotten? Could the gods themselves have been more than just deities of faith? Were they perhaps ancient figures tied to secret knowledge? Beings who once walked the earth, imparting wisdom to the people of Egypt? As we uncover more artifacts, more texts, and hidden tombs, the line between myth and reality becomes increasingly blurred. And as we delve deeper into these ancient secrets, we're left to wonder, what if the Egyptians knew things we were never meant to learn? Egypt's decline and the mystery of Cleopatra's tomb. After thousands of years of unparalleled power and achievement, Egypt's empire began to crumble. Foreign invasions, devastating droughts, and internal strife slowly drained the lifeblood from the once mighty civilization. Egypt's ancient glory, which had stood firm through the reigns of pharaohs, gods, and queens, began to fade into the annals of history. But the most enigmatic chapter of Egypt's decline comes with the fall of its last true ruler, Cleopatra. Cleopatra, the queen whose name has been immortalized in the legends of romance, politics, and intrigue. Known not only for her remarkable intelligence, but also for her beauty, Cleopatra's alliances with powerful Roman figures, including Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, created a web of alliances and betrayals that shaped the fate of both Egypt and Rome. Her story is one of passion, war, and tragedy, but it's also a story steeped in mystery, particularly regarding her final days. Cleopatra's reign came to an abrupt end after the devastating defeat of Mark Antony by Augustus, then Octavian, in the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. In the wake of their loss, and as Roman forces closed in on Alexandria, Cleopatra made her final, fateful decision to take her own life. But what happened after her death? The mystery surrounding her final resting place has perplexed historians and archaeologists for centuries. Legends tell us that Cleopatra's tomb lies somewhere beneath the Mediterranean, hidden for over 2 millennia, waiting to be discovered. Was her final burial place somewhere near Alexandria, or in another secret location known only to a select few? Despite extensive searches, the tomb has never been found, and its exact location remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Could it be hidden beneath the waters of the Mediterranean, in a secret chamber awaiting the day it will be uncovered? Should Cleopatra's tomb ever be found, it could reveal not only the secrets of her reign, but also offer a window into the final days of ancient Egypt itself, the end of an empire that once ruled the known world. The discovery of her tomb could change everything we know about Egypt's final chapter, from the politics of her reign to the very fate of the ancient civilization she once ruled. Will her tomb ever be uncovered? Only time will tell. Egypt's lasting mystique and ongoing discoveries. Despite the passage of thousands of years, Egypt's secrets remain tantalizingly out of reach. Every year, new discoveries are made, each artifact and relic a whisper from a forgotten time. Archaeologists continue to dig beneath the sands of the desert, uncovering more pieces of the puzzle that was once ancient Egypt. With every new find, we get a glimpse into the lives of the people who shaped one of the world's greatest civilizations. But Egypt, it seems, does not give up its secrets easily. The ancient land of Egypt still challenges us. It compels us to ask questions, to seek deeper answers. The more we learn, the more we realize there is to uncover. Egypt's allure is as powerful as ever, an enigmatic civilization that invites us to unravel its mysteries one layer at a time. It challenges the line between myth and reality, keeping its ancient wisdom just out of reach. Perhaps the greatest secret Egypt holds isn't one specific treasure or tomb, but the very essence of its civilization. A civilization that understood the cosmos, the afterlife, and the power of belief in ways we are still struggling to understand. Every time we uncover a new clue, we inch closer to understanding the vastness of Egypt's impact on the world. And yet, just when we think we've reached the end of the story, another discovery emerges, challenging everything we thought we knew. Egypt's greatest mysteries are not only buried beneath the sands, They are embedded in the very fabric of its culture, in its art, its architecture, and its mythology. The ancient Egyptians were not merely concerned with the passing of time, but with transcending it. And their secrets still guard a wealth of knowledge that could change everything we thought we knew about the ancient world. And so, as we continue to dig deeper, we may yet uncover the final pieces of this puzzle. But the most intriguing question remains. What if Egypt's greatest secrets have been waiting for us all along, hidden not just beneath the earth, but in the hearts and minds of those daring enough to seek them?